everyone, my name is Miranda, and today I'm here to react to episode 6 of The Summer I Turned Pretty on Amazon. I'm so interested to see how this is going to go now that Jeremiah and Belly are a couple, I guess. I don't even really know what happened after the kiss or anything like that, so I had time to sit between this episode and the last one, and I feel like a lot of my feelings have changed in that I was like excited, like I still am excited for Belly, that like she like actually has a guy that she's interested in, that like is interested in her, and like I'm happy for her, but I just feel like Jeremiah to me is a placeholder. And I feel bad saying that, but like just from all the interactions we've ever seen of Belly, like she lights up when Conrad's around, and maybe she'll get to that point with Jeremiah, but I just feel like, would she be as interested in Jeremiah if he wasn't a Fisher boy? The question answers itself, I think. But then the other thing that was weird to me was how Jeremiah was just like, I've just been here waiting all this time for you to not pay attention to Conrad and like see that I'm the one that, like, basically pull a Taylor Swift, right? I'm the one that you should be with, can't you see? And I just feel like that was to me strange, because especially like in the flashbacks, to me it's always been, and again I guess the flashbacks are from Belly's point of view, but still I don't think she could change it that much, that like Conrad is always the one reaching out to her and helping her. Like Conrad offered to teach her how to dance, and Conrad's the one that like taught her about all the infinity stuff, and like I'm sure Jeremiah's done stuff, but like it's just, to me, it would have felt more organic if it was like, oh, like Conrad's been liking her this whole time, and now Jeremiah this summer has been the one that is like, oh my gosh, like I really like Belly, instead of him being like, oh, you know, I've just been waiting for you all these years. And I'm like, where's the proof though, my dude? Where is the proof? Oh my gosh, he slept in her bed? What? That's so weird. Wait, it turned into oh, this is a dream. Dear, dear, dear. This is why you don't date brothers or best friends or anything that they could turn into each other in your mind, because this is creepy. The fact that like Belly thinks she's been successfully hiding this crush from everyone, and yet like everyone seems to know it, really terrifies me and makes me rethink like all the crushes I had where I thought I was hiding it well, and now I'm like, did everyone know? Yikes. Oh, poor Conrad. Oh, he's having a panic attack? Jeez Louise. I mean, it was bound to happen eventually because he's been keeping so much in. Like, I can't even imagine what that would be like, just keeping all that from your brother, everyone else. Like, the dude needs to just pause and rest for a second, you know? I'm so glad he has this guy in his life. Like, he really just needs someone like that who's like, I'm here for you. Like, you don't take care of me, I help you. Like, it just is so nice. Oh, he's gonna tell her, finally. I mean, just telling someone, I think, will be a huge weight off his shoulder, because carrying that all around, like, and not being able to talk to anyone, like, that's just, it's all in your head. But you do know. Like, you can't change that. Oh my gosh, Conrad, you cannot put that pressure on yourself, dude. Yeah, exactly. Gosh, I feel like he needed to hear that so badly from someone, you know, just like, this isn't you. I totally get that. Like, that's anxiety of being like, you know, if I say it, then that makes it real. But he's right in that, like, it's gonna happen regardless of if Conrad says something or not. And the only thing that's gonna happen is, if he doesn't say anything, is that he's gonna crack, and it's just gonna come out at the worst time. So, like, it's not fair to anyone, and it's not fair to him to be blaming himself for that. So I'm just so glad that someone could be like, give yourself a break. You're 17 and in a really bad situation that no one really has ever known how to deal with, and like, you can't put that on yourself, that you're the one that has to keep the family together. Yes, thank you. This is good. He doesn't even know that they kiss though, him and her brother and him, and that's just so awkward. Like, I feel like if she was just like, Jeremiah and I kissed, he would be like, oh, that's how you ask her? Oh my gosh, you can't. She's like, what? This poor girl gets whiplash from this man. But I feel like this truly is like him making strides. Like, for the first time, like, he just needed to hear that, like, it's not on you. And like the little way he was like, it's not on me. Like, he, like, it was the first time that it actually like sunk in for him. Awkward. Oh my gosh, this is awkward. Jeremiah's gonna be like, I don't even know. Like, we saw what happened before, and now that they've kissed, I just feel like he's gonna, like, be like, stay away from her even more, you know what I mean? You're allowed to just grab a random sub? That's interesting. Taylor, Taylor, Taylor. She is so. Maybe she and Jeremiah should end up together because they both got that kind of cunning planningness to them. Like, it's just. I don't know. Even when they're being cute right there, like, they're doing the same thing that her and Taylor were doing as friends. You know, like, they're doing, like, the friend dance. Like, I feel like if that was Conrad, she would be all over, like, hugging him, and she would be spinning around. Like, it's just strange to me. I don't know. I don't know. Oh my gosh, this is so awkward. I feel like he's more laid back about this and like she's so competitive. I know this exact moment, right? Like when someone's like so over competitive and you're like, I'm not into this the way you are. Oh, oh, this is awkward. This is making me cringe. Like he wanted to show off and like win the game and help her. And now it's like she's just getting so mad. His posture's terrible. I know I said it last time, but dude, sit up straight. Are you allowed to? Okay, listen. I don't play volleyball, and I know this is a charity volleyball game, but are you also just allowed to keep subbing people in as much as you want? Like, I get Taylor was an injury, but now literally she's just like, I want to win the game, so I need a better player. Like, is that allowed? Is this allowed? I sound like that Vine. Oh, he dove for it. Unlike Jeremiah, that's what she was saying, where she's like, dive, we're on sand. He's just showing off now with like rolling it on his finger and stuff. Oh my gosh. See, look at that. That is way more flirty. They're not doing the friend dance by any chance. They're just like in their groove thing. I'm sorry, but also why? I feel like I've been watching them play volleyball for like 10 minutes of my life. Like, why does this keep going on? Personal space much? Look at them. They're so cute, guys. Oh, they won. And that's exactly like, I love that it was like she still got the match point, right? Like, I literally think that was so cute that, like, he helped her win, but, like, it wasn't him that won. And I think it just shows how better matched they are than her and Jeremiah because, like, they're more, it's not about him being better. I think it's about, like, their competitive drive, and he had that, too. Because even before, he was like, oh, you gotta watch out for those girls. They have a wicked spike. Like, I think that's just more his mentality. They have more an interest, so. Why the fuck do these and I don't want to judge her too harshly because I get it, but like at a certain point she needs to just let it go. Like, do you think that Belly would really like hearing from the mom that that's why Conrad asked her out? She was like, oh, it'll mean so much if it comes from you. And then you're just like, oh, did he ask you? Like, what? That's so weird. Her, yeah, I don't, the show is making me lose my mind. She literally made a. Oh my gosh. Yeah, she's gonna end up with Jeremiah. I'm calling it. That is very rich coming from you who's been moping all summer, bud. Literally everyone can see it, and it's just so funny to me that that one time Taylor said something. She was like, be quiet, don't say anything. And I'm like, no, pretty much everyone knows. And no one wonders why. I mean, again, someone pointed out in the comments, and it's a really good point. Like, he's in such a like mopey mood, and everyone's so aware that he's not himself, and yet no one is ever like, maybe we should try and sit down and talk to Conrad and hear him out. Like, I feel like the whole thing would have come out a lot sooner if someone was just like, sit down, talk, what's going on? And Belly like almost did that, but then got interrupted, and then it was just never brought up again. I don't think it's on Belly to do this though. I'm saying like his mother, Laurel, like an adult or something, or someone that knows him really well. Shayla is 100% right. Oh no. Taylor, I love you, but no. Wait, are they leaving? What? What are they doing? Okay, but like still, don't take that out on them. They're completely innocent in all this. This is weird. Oh dear. Now it's gonna get even worse if Jeremiah tries to bring something up and everyone's like, no, like, what are you talking about? Blah, blah, blah. Like, you know, because then it's like, oh, like, remember what I was saying more about how, like, it's not just that everyone knew, it's that everyone knew but me. And if they start making him seem like a fool for it, like, I'll feel even worse. Oh my gosh, these poor girls. Like, how could they ever do this to them. This is so wrong in so many ways. Yeah, but you and Conrad also almost kissed, so like it's not just this fantasy, you know? Like you could also say that that's a scariness about Conrad like getting closer, and like she didn't feel like that, like she felt still excited that it was potentially happening. So I don't know. I think I've always been on the case of like she does really need to get, you know, out of his bubble and really just be independent on her own for a little bit. But I also think she's now convincing herself in a way that Jeremiah is the one for her. Ugh, go get them, please. I'm so worried for them. I do like that she called Jeremiah, though, because, like, I want her to at least take a firm stand. Yeah, and you left two 16-year-old girls naked at night in a place that they don't know that well, so I don't really feel totally bad for you right now. Like, I do feel like she got hurt, but I also feel like then she punished Belly and Taylor for it, and they're completely innocent in this, so... Oh my gosh, of course they pull up at the same time. Of course. Taylor hates Conrad, and I kind of love it. At least Shiloh wasn't there, so, like, I hope Shiloh, like, tells them off for doing this, because I don't think she would have condoned this at all. Don't say that. Yeah, that's so weird. Taylor's so wise. And, like, I know the whole story, so I'm, like, more, like, Team Conrad. But for, like, what she knows, like, I can 100% see why she's Team Jeremiah. And I like that she's, like, not giving Conrad any slack. She's like, bro, like, you need to, like, either do something or let her go. And at this point, she's like, let her go because, like, she's seen her best friend cry over him so many times and is just over it. And he's such an awkward person. Like, I feel like because he's so hot, we all give him slack. But, like, why would you say crazy night after all that just happened to these poor people? I also feel like, though, like, she's apologizing for this. But, like, in that moment, to me, like, Jeremiah took it as that. But to me, it wasn't a Conrad over Jeremiah thing. Like, I think it had her brother been on the sideline and not playing, had Laurel been a really good player, like, she just wanted to win the tournament, and she knew that Conrad was a really good player. Like, I don't think that was a Jeremiah is worse, like, I like Conrad better. It's, like, literally just, like, she wanted to win. Conrad was the person she knew was available and also very good at playing. So that's, to me, more of a, like, I don't know. Like, I get where Jeremiah's offended, but it's not like a, like, oh, I literally picked him over you sort of thing. See, this is the weird shit that Conrad would eat up, right? She's like, can you hear that? My heart pounding? Like, obviously, no. I'm not a vampire, Belly. I don't have superhuman hearing. But I feel like Conrad would say that himself. Like, can you hear my heart beating really fast? Also, I hate that they just made me watch her, like, get her boobed lightly cupped by Jeremiah. I'm suing for emotional damage because that was so awkward. Finally, she asked someone. It only took freaking 6 out of 7 episodes, but finally she asked someone. Oh, it's another Billie Eilish song that I love. He sent her a "you up" text. Really, Conrad? That's the read you've gotten on this day of a situation? Like, it's time for a "you up" text? The man. You can't even blame him because I feel like he's just so socially awkward. I really do. I honestly think he's just obtuse. Yes, girl. I mean, yeah, that's fair. Oh, he's giving her the necklace. Is she gonna keep it or is she gonna throw it in the ocean? Like, she would have been so ecstatic 12 hours ago if you gave this to her, and now she's just like, no. It's too late. Sorry, dude. Like, after all the drama, I don't blame her. As much as I don't think she would be with Jeremiah, like, they both have some steps to take themselves before they can really be together. And I'm proud of her for being like, no, like, and putting her foot down. He has some healing to do, because I feel like even with everything that went on with Nicole and stuff like that, he still doesn't seem that sorry. And I feel like that's just kind of him still not fully getting of, like, all the stuff. I mean, he's dealt with so much, and I don't want to blame him too much, but I just feel like they need space from each other right now. And I just feel like that was such a great song choice too, because there's lyrics in there that fit so perfectly of, like, tore my shirt to stop your bleeding, but nothing ever stops you leaving. Like, you know, like, literally her, like, giving yourself, like, I'm tearing my shirt to help you and then you still leave. And I feel like that's been their relationship, right? Is like, she tries and tries and tries and exists on so little crumbs sometimes, and now she's like, no, like, it's too late, man. I've got something else with someone else. And I really do have to say, for this, I feel truly like I'm gonna give it to the category I've not used yet, which is like when they're indistinguishable from each other. And it's not so much that they're indistinguishable from each other right now, because I do think I see where Conrad's endgame, and I just don't see the chemistry with Jeremiah. But I feel like Conrad needs to do some healing and needs to really make like a big grand gesture moment in front of her, in front of everyone about Belly, to be like, to prove that like, I really do like you and this is something I'm serious about, not just something that like I'll talk to you on a dock when everyone else is asleep, you know? And then I just feel like Jeremiah is just, they're not compatible, you know? Like I just don't think they have the same personalities. I don't think they mesh great, and yeah, that's just how I'm feeling. So yeah, if you have seen this episode, please feel free to leave your thoughts about it down below in the comments. Also make sure this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys next time for the season 1 finale. Ah!